Welcome everybody. Today's video finds us over here in Granada, Spain. And what we're going to take a look at is we're going to take a look at one of the things that people say you have to see before you die. We're going to look at Alhambra. This is a Moorish castle palace that was built up here on the hill. Now they say it was built on the ruins of what the Visigoths built here, and they think that maybe that was built on the ruins of when the Romans were here in Granada. So anyway, it's probably what they say one of the best examples of the Moorish architecture in all of Spain. So we're going to walk through here and we're going to see what we see. Yeah, and this is looking down at Granada here. They're doing a little bit of renovation over there. You can see the hedges are just fantastic. Actually, those are columns. Looks like they just have like a moss growing on it. You can see part of the old walls. Now, whenever Napoleon attacked here, whenever he retreated from the city, he ordered his men to destroy the fortifications. So they actually destroyed 6 of these towers, and they were going to destroy the rest of them. And a Spanish soldier ran over and defused the bombs and saved what's left of the wall here. Now I guess this was kind of derelict, falling into abandon, and then it was kind of knowledge of it came about again in like the 1800s, and so they've refurbished it and kind of fixed it up to what you see today. And this part over here we won't be able to access today. This is the Akazabab or something like that. They only allow like a certain number. I think it's like 200 visitors a day here into this part. Could be wrong about that number, but it's booked up until like 3 months from now. So you have to buy them online. We weren't sure what time we'd be here, so we weren't going to buy tickets online when we weren't going to be here on that day. So we're out of luck there, but we'll keep looking around. You can see the little garden areas. They have these like little arches and stuff like that all out here. Just a pretty area. And this is a fantastic gate here. You can see the Arabic writing up there, the little arches. You can see the brick and rubble core that they have, and part of the outer walls. And getting up here, we had to hike up the trail to get up here. You could take a taxi. It was like 6 or 7 euros, but we just walked up. You go through a really beautiful garden to get up here. It was a little strenuous. It was about 800 meters or so, but it was pretty easy once you got up here. It's a nice incline on the top of the hill. The trail was a bit steep, but it wasn't too bad early in the morning. Yeah, you can see the side of the museum here. I like the marble with the sandstone. It's kind of a nice look. You can see the top of the wall here, and then one of the little towers, and some of the old cannons. This one here is fairly good size. Kind of interesting. The wheels are metal, but then the casing around it, their housing, is wood. This would have been pulled behind a team of horses and then set up, and the guys would have shot that. Oh yeah, this is beautiful here. I like the use of the brick, and then they put little rectangles in there with the river rock, and then they put the plaster around the door. And you can see the bell tower up there. And this is right over next to the mosque baths. All right, so let's see what this looks like in here. You can see the little arches, and then all the styling in the plaster. Yeah, this is really cool. And I've seen a few of these baths around, and the baths they used were real similar to what the Romans did. They had the 3 different chambers. They had the cold chamber, where you would bathe for the first part. Then they had the warm water, and then they would have a steam room. And in the middle, they would have like massage they would have all kinds of things, and around it would be like gardens, and it would be like a whole place to come and relax. Yeah, really cool little brick arches for sure. Yeah, you can see the different little rooms here. And what's cool is those little ports up there. They're like a little star, lets the natural light in. And this tree is completely overgrown, this room here. Yeah, that's the little mosque baths. They actually have a hotel up here. This would be a pretty nice place to stay. Probably a little out of my budget, but it's the Hotel America. And it's right here in the middle of this old palace and castle area. And it looks like they're still doing an active dig here. This is the archaeological area up here on the top of the hill. And this is a really nice little plaza here. I think it's near all the restaurants and the cafeteria. Yeah, pretty cool building. Has the flags up top. Yeah, this just looks like another hotel. It's the Convento de San Francisco. So I guess you could stay here also. Yeah, really nice area. They have different ticket areas where you have to have certain access to go into them. And there's not a lot of English being spoken. Yeah, this is the way into Alhambra. The old wall, pretty cool with the vines growing over it. And part of the old entrance into the fortification. All right, so what this is part of the old palace here. They've just converted it into a museum. And you can enter here for free. You don't need a ticket for this museum. So let's go in and let's take a look. All right, so this is inside the museum here. They got a lot of good stuff. Down here, this is the old, like, canal, part of the road system, the drainage ditches, everything else. And some of the old columns. And they have data plates in here that are in English and in Spanish. So this is part of the old palace complex that they've converted into the museum. And some of the old pottery. I really like this with the little mosaic on the side. So this would have probably been 13th, 14th century. And then some of the columns here. Oh, these are really nice. Yeah, so you can see the fine detail work. So they've had to piece this back together. It looks like it's cracked, but it was in pretty good shape when they restored it. Some of the wood carvings. It would have been painted black and red. Oh, this is nice. So this is a lion. That was a fountain. And then check this out. So you have all the columns. They're like Greek columns, like Ionic. So this would have been the central courtyard here in the old palace. Oh, this is fantastic. So you can see some of the Islamic script here. Yeah, so you'll see the combination of the Moorish influence with the Christianity after this became the palace for the Holy Roman Empire. Oh, this is nice here also too. Has that little inlay, the nice marble. Same here. So these are just the window shutters, and it would have had that beautiful inlay. And this is the back side of it. Oh, that's really nice. An old chessboard. Oh, and check out these. Oh, so how would you like to have these up on your walls? And you can see the Arabic script right across there. I can't read any of it, but Probably said something about something from the Quran. Yeah, so this would have been like a door. You can see the hinges up there. And then it would have had a smaller part where you wouldn't have had to open the whole thing. And these would have just been the posts just jammed down into the ground and up above. That's something else. And some marble that they've carved in. And then we have over here, we have a folding chair. It's got all the mother of pearl in it. You can see right there in the middle where the hinge is. And then it would have had a leather back. So that's from 1380 right there. That is really cool. And then some lids and various pieces of pottery. It has some really cool little pieces of pottery. Some like little pipes and stuff like that. And then this looks like some of the cloth. That's really, really nice. And over here is like the snout of like a lion and a bull. I'm not sure what these are. And some more little bronze things. Is this like a little oil lamp, or I wonder what that is? Probably so. It just says over here that they're bronze or whatever and from the period. Doesn't give you any exact dates or anything. So what this is here, this is a restoration of a poem by Ibn Yafa. Talks about hunting the wild animals. You can see them with the spears and the bow and arrows and stuff. And more of it over here. So this is from like 1340. And some more colossal pots and stuff like that here. Yeah, I really like the columns. You can see the script up top and then the way they carved them. All right, so let's go in here now. Oh, this is fantastic here. Yeah, so you can see the details in the plaster. And then back in here, this is pretty cool. Little notches that were all decorated here. And then a nice little rounded arch at the top. All right, so let's go up on the second floor here. See what it looks like. Yeah, this is looking down from the second story here. Yeah, pretty cool area. So you can see some beautiful artwork. This is up on the second floor here. So this is from 1570 right here. Painted by Juan de Aragon. Yeah, so this painting here is from 1625. Some life-size sculptures, lots of paintings and stuff like that in here. Yeah, this is a colossal painting. It takes up this whole wall here. Yeah, there's just a bunch of different rooms here with beautiful paintings. So if you're an art lover, this second floor of the museum is right up your alley. All right, so we're done here in the museum. Let's go outside here and look around some more. Check that out. This is right outside of the museum. So I'm trying to figure out where to buy the ticket at to go in there. The guys were not a lot of help. So check this right here, these big lion head, like they look like door knockers, but they're not. And this is the back side of it here, and we're gonna just leave by the little trail down through the forest here. So here's the Puerta de Barambala. And this actually was a gate that came into the old city, and it connected into the old wall that's not here anymore. This is just out here in the garden. Yeah, so this is the walk up to the palace and everything. It's quite beautiful in here, really nice and green. You can see the steep incline up to get there, but it's not bad. It's not really handicap accessible. So if you need like a wheelchair or whatever, then take a taxi up. But parking is always a challenge. So park down at the bottom of the hill and walk up. And the last little bit of the wall and stuff here. And then this is the gate that leads you into Granada itself. All right, that's going to finish up a pretty abbreviated video over here at Alhambra. This is a nice enough place. The museum and all of that was pretty cool. The grounds are really nice to see. So we didn't get to see everything that we wanted to see, but it was nice enough. It gave me an excuse to come back and see it again another time. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button. Leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you think of this place, if you've been here or anything like that. And subscribe to the channel if you're new. I show you a lot of places that I go to. So if you like this kind of content, then you're in the right spot. But anyway, from over here in Granada, Spain, remember, life is a journey. So until next time, enjoy.